What up, Laker Nation? It's your boy DTLF. Lakers finally get the dub, baby. Finally get the dub, man. 100-86. They stopped the bleeding for a little bit. Still got to play a lot better, but I'm proud of this team, man. They showed up in that second half, and I got to tell you, man, Dennis Schroeder really stepped up tonight. Him and Montrezl Harrell were absolute beasts, and they were feasting, man. They feasted on this team as they should. It's the Cleveland Cavaliers. Yes, they're tough in the paint, but they didn't even have Colin Sexton, so we did what we had to do, took care of business. My man said, is this a dream? Oh, no, it's reality, man. Pinch yourself. We up here, man. But you know what? Trez he's such an animal, man. A lot of people didn't want him traded from LA for this reason, and I'm so glad we held on to him. And Dennis, he's earning his stripes back because he had lost them for a little bit. But the effort defensively and offensively in that third quarter that Dennis sparked us back into this game, man. We were losing by 7 at the half. We were playing sloppy basketball again, and we just turned up, man. And it was a dominating fashion win, which feels good without LeBron James. It shows me that we have potential. My man said, Trez posterized Allen. Yeah, he did, man. He put the way he bounced him off of his body and then dunked on him. He put him under the rim. Reminded me a little bit of Shaq, just like a baby Shaq, man, because Shaq used to do that all the time. He used to, posterize players by like bumping them under the rim and then just wham. But Trez is just a beast, man. New nickname for Trez, Animal Style, man. Animal Style, because those fries are named after him. You know, he's got that bestiality in him, man. Animal Style Trez, complete animal, man. He does it quietly too. I look up at the scoreboard and I see this man's at 20 already. I'm like, whoa, I didn't even realize. My man ended up with 24 points, 10 rebounds. Absolute beast. By the way, I want to make this point. Okay, a lot of people are out here giving the Lakers a hard time for not trading for Kyle Lowry, and it's still early. These guys have to earn their stripes. But let's just compare. I'm gonna be really petty because they were being really petty yesterday, and I kind of lost my cool here, so I apologize for that. But I gotta be petty. It's my turn now, right? They was out here trying to trade 3 players that give you good, very good production when they're playing the right way. They're trying to trade KCP, who he's been shooting a little bit better. He's still not where I want him to be, but he has 7 points today. They're trying to trade away Dennis Schroeder, who has 17 and 7 assists with 4 steals, and they wanted Taylor Horton-Tucker gone with his 15 points. Now combine all of that. What is that, man? What do we got? We got 15 plus 17, that's 32, right? And then you add 7 to that, 39 points worth of production with 10 assists. They wanted to trade that. Now let's go over and be really petty and see what Kyle Lowry put up today, since they really wanted Kyle Lowry so bad, who, by the way, lost tonight to the Phoenix Suns. Understandable, it's the Phoenix Suns. But he came up minus 11, and the plus minuses, which I don't care about, subtract that. 11 points, right? He had 2 turnovers and 6 assists and 5 rebounds. Very, very decent numbers. But like I said, the production that some of you fans wanted to give up for that player, right? This is why I was looking at you really funny, man. All it took was one day to prove my point. Thank God I can finally clap back at these haters. I'm so happy about that. So, yeah, they wanted 11 points for 39 worth of production. I'm telling you, man, like, this ain't brain science. It's just common sense. Like, you never want to lose a trade that way, man. You never want to lose a trade that way. And I don't care what type of name he has. At the end of the day, the man's 35. He's closer to on his way out of the league, than anything. No disrespect to Kyle. I like him. But I love it, man. I love the fact that we kept the depth. And, yeah, these guys have struggled throughout different parts of the season. But if they can get it together, and we saw tonight, we saw the potential. When they play consistent quarters and put those together, it can be phenomenal. And, of course, it's Cleveland, so it's nothing to really majorly brag about. But a win is a win, especially the way we've been bleeding out, man. Especially for the way we've been bleeding out. So, got to be very happy, man. Got to be very happy about what we're doing. And check this out. These trolls are coming out here. They're going to get blocked. It don't matter. But he said, Dennis and Trez give us 20 plus a night. That's what I'm saying. Those 2 players, man, were the main pillars of tonight's victory. And they were excellent. I'm very happy about that. Dan, why couldn't we get Oladipo for a bag of chips? Because the league hates the Lakers. That's just the way it goes. We're not going to get, good trades like that. Unless it's a team that really doesn't know what they have. But yeah, I want Buddy Hield and Drummond. Buddy Hield, Lauren. I don't think he's a free agent, but let's hope for Andre Drummond. Andre Drummond again would just mean so much to this team. If you notice, again tonight in the first half, we struggled because we turned the ball over. We don't have much of a half-court offense, but when we played with a sense of urgency in that second half, we turned it up. We sped up the tempo. We were getting down in transition, but our defense was the anchor, man. Our defense was the reason, that we won tonight. Our defense sparked everything else. So I'm very proud of the team, but I'm not satisfied. We need more of this consistently. That's the key. Lake Show 95, appreciate you, bro. He said our health is our wealth. Doesn't truly matter what seed we are. When we're healthy, they ain't stopping us. Absolutely, bro. People forgot about Dre. That's all it was. And I'm not talking about Andre Drummond. I'm talking about the Lakers. People forget who we are, and they want to go on here and just doomsday us. One win's not going to solve the problem. However, it's a start. It's a start, and hopefully it's a confidence builder for these young cats, especially to know that, hey, you can compete. Yes, we need LeBron and Anthony Davis, but you can hold your own. Just got to play smart, got to play hard, and you got to lock in on the defensive end. That was the main reason we won. Dan, I've never seen you so mad like yesterday. Oh, then I guess you haven't been a long-time fan, because back in the day when when we had Jim and Mitch, I was mad constantly. Trust me, I'm a passionate fan just like you guys. So, when it's time to get really happy, I'm extremely happy. But when it's time to be upset, and I was more so upset because of the way the trolls, where I hear, going on Taylor Horton Tucker's page or whatever and just trolling him, I'm like, that plus the whole Danny Green situation really got me tight. I'm like, that's the reason we lost. But I'm happy that's over, man. I don't really like to get in a negative state of mind. You guys know me. Through the years, I like to stay positive. And tonight, a lot of reasons to be positive, man. Very, very pleased with the way we put that second half together. Again, defense wins championships. And tonight, we look really good on the defensive end. Now, again, granted, it was the Cleveland Cavaliers, so we're not going to pop champagne like the Clippers when they made the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? We're going to take it easy. Okay, we'll take this dub and get ready for Orlando coming up on Sunday. Now, here's the thing, man. Montrezl Harrell, I love him off the bench. He's such a beast. If we can get Andre Drummond, the update on Drummond is that he's not going to make his decision until tomorrow at some point. If that news breaks, I'm coming on live. I got you guys, right? So, wouldn't it be great to get some breaking news? The Lakers agreed to terms with Andre Drummond on a Saturday morning or a Saturday evening. Oh, that would make my Saturday so much better. But bottom line is the Lakers have to continue to play defense the way they played tonight, man. Dennis was the main pillar defensively, and then Trez joined the party offensively and defensively. So you got to love the way they rallied tonight. And also got to give credit to Alex Caruso. In the first half, he was one of the only players that was aware defensively, and he was hustling and just playing his hardest, and he kept us within striking distance. And then eventually Dennis took over in that third quarter. But Dennis is still not a $20 million a year player. Don't get it twisted. He's playing really hard, putting his body on the line, playing on both ends of the floor the last two games. But I got to consistently see that. If he keeps playing like this, though, for the rest of the season, give it to him. It's not our money anyways. Give it to him. But we need to see it consistently. And again, I think Dennis is so much better as a second or third option than he is as a main option. But no, I'm sorry, as a third or fourth option than he is as the main first or two options. My man said we should beat Orlando. Absolutely, we should, but it is the NBA. If you come out with that mentality, fans can think like that, but the players can't. They have to prepare for the game as if they still had Aaron Gordon and Vucevic. Same difference, because there's hungry players there trying to prove themselves. My man said, Dan, I miss Larry Nance. Oh, my goodness. Larry Nance will forever be in our hearts, man. Just a great guy, and he plays extremely hard. He's actually really, really talented. He's underrated in this league. I love his defensive prowess. That's what I like about Larry Nance the best. But he's a high flyer. He's somebody that's always done. Who did he posterize tonight? Was it Kuz who was under the bucket? I don't know. But that's impressive, man. Larry Nance and he works really hard too. So as you can see, him and Montrez had a little moment there where they were pulling on the ball and they had a little mutual respect moment. That's pretty cool to see because they're similar type players. They both explosive and they both play really hard. Dan, Larry Nance has improved. Do you agree? Of course. But he hasn't improved much since he was here. But he has hit. He does stretch the floor more consistently. That's the only difference I see. The hustle's still there. The skill around the basket's still there, and his high flying ability is still there. It's just that now he more consistently can stretch the floor, hit the three. He was showing us glimpses when he was here. He was still young, but he's just a great guy. I always said, man, I'd love to have that guy on a championship team like the Lakers. I think he would really make his mark on a contender. He's a type that he'll dive for loose balls. He's a type that just will give you the extra effort. Very similar to Trez. Very similar. He said, love Larry. He said Kuzma had 7 assists and he had 0 last game. So he said that he'll focus on involving his teammates. Shows Kuz can be a decent playmaker as well if he wants to. He's just very versatile and very similar to Larry Nance. I love Kuz because he's somebody who's willing to sacrifice offensive part of his game in order to get victories. Tonight we saw that. Last game we needed him to be aggressive. He did that. Matter of fact, he was one of the players that led the comeback with his aggression. Today, he paced himself a little bit more. Like you said, he playmate. Very talented player as well. But again, the game ball goes to 2 players. Dennis Schroeder especially, and then Montrezl Harrell. Those guys were phenomenal. And I did like that my boy THC got 15 points just to quiet the ignorant people out there that were saying he's trash and they would have threw him in as if he was just a throw-in. The kid is 20 years old. Hands the size of Kawhi Leonard. Ball handle, yes, he gets sloppy at times, but he's young. He's 20. Let these young players make their mistakes. They'll get better. But he's already making an impact this year, his second year in the league. So that's impressive for a 20-year-old, right? Even Kobe made mistakes when he was younger. And again, not comparing him to Kobe. Kobe's the GOAT, man. He's my idol. Not comparing him to Kobe. Don't get it twisted. But I think, the way he shows a poise, I haven't seen that in many young players. I saw it in Brandon Ingram, saw it in Julius, saw it in a couple of our young core. But, it's a refreshing sight to see this out of somebody who, somebody who we got in the second round. And again, he didn't play much last season either. So it's a beautiful thing. He said, Dan, buy Bitcoin now. A lot of people have gave me that advice, man. I don't have money to invest right now, bro. I let check the check right now. This is my main source of employment plus a little side stuff I do on the side, but like door dashing and stuff like that. But the pandemic kind of changed the plans up a little bit. But that, if you can buy Bitcoin, I say go for it. Go for the Bitcoin, man. Do what you got to do. Do what you got to do. My man said, Kuzma out here looking like a damn Twinkie. Oh, man, I don't know what that means, but okay. Oh, you're talking about the yellow hair. Oh, okay, I see. The 1 foot step back shot was bad. You're talking about THT? He has a lot, man. He has a lot. He truly has a lot of game. And I'm just like, it's only a matter of time before he refines his game, right? And the game is going to start slowing down for him. And again, he's a jump shot away because he really would have had way more than 15 points had he hit a couple of those wide open threes he had. But once he hits that consistently, I think, even the doubters, even the blind ones right now are going to jump on his, and they're going to be fans. And I really don't want to hear for them because they lost me, as far as I really don't like fair weatherness. I don't like shakiness. Like if you're going to be a fan, through and through, right? You got to through the stormy weather, through all that. You can't turn on players because they go through a little slump or whatever. You still got to root for them, man. They're on your team. So, I'm kind of appalled by that type of fan. Who do you want to trade for? Well, Lauren, the trade deadline has ended as of yesterday. So, yeah, there's nobody really that we would be able to trade for at this point. I wanted Victor Oladipo, but, yeah, again, we struggle. We struggle. He said you can buy $1 worth of Bitcoin if you want. Again, Bitcoin is nice and all that stuff, man. That's something, right? But like if you're into that, if you're into investing in all that, go for it, guys. Right now's the time. Personally, I'm investing into other things right now. My man said Bubble Boy has 7 points. That's funny. Well, but I'll tell you this about KCP. All right, his jump shot has looked a little bit better, so I'm a little bit encouraged by him. I'm not as disappointed as I was before trade deadline. At least now he's putting in the effort, and he doesn't look to be going through the motions. That's huge, right? That is huge. My man said Dan Drummond would make an impact on the starting lineup. He'd make a huge impact if we land Andre Drummond and LeBron James and Anthony Davis come back healthy. I can almost all but guarantee a championship. I'm serious. And you guys remember what happened last time I guaranteed a championship, right? We won. As soon as we landed AD, I told you nobody's stopping us in a 7. Well, I feel the same way. We get Andre Drummond, that's an upgrade to Dwight Howard. Maybe not defensively, but in every other category, offensively, rebounding, every other category, that's an upgrade. Defensively, Dwight was better. I'll give him the edge. Got to keep it $150, but all in all, man, it would just be, this would probably be the best big man we've had since Andrew Bynum. And that's saying a lot. Now, I'm not saying he's better than Drew, but I'm saying he's the best big man we've had since that. And it would be nice to see, man. It really would. And I'm sorry, I completely discredited Anthony Davis. I'm talking about best big man center. My apologies. My mind, I'm thinking about Andre Drummond and if we're going to get him at what time and all that. So my mind is scrambling right now. But Ozzy, my man said Drummond to the Lakers is taking too long. He said, I'm worried. We're all worried, man. We're all worried. I really thought once he got bought out, he would immediately come here. But then again, it's my fault for believing in a lot of the reports that were being out there. They were saying most likely Andre Drummond to the Lakers is a done deal. He's just going to wait till the trade deadline and all that. So that's why, again, it's important that we don't believe every report, right? But yeah, if he does choose to come to the Lakers, he'll be making the wisest decision he's made all his career so far. This is probably the most important decision. Like I said, those other options, he's not going to really benefit from them as much as coming here, really. He said, is there a chance that we get both Drummond and LaMarcus Aldridge? I don't think so. I don't think so. Both of those guys want primary roles. In order to get both of them, one of them will have to take a backup role, most likely Aldridge, and I really don't see him doing that. I'd be shocked. I really would be shocked. These Jordan fans coming after me. Look at it. Yo, chill with what you say about LeBron. I haven't said nothing about LeBron, my man. You need to make sure you're not an accessory to LeBron because this is a Lakers channel. If you want to go to LeBron's channel, they got him over there somewhere, I'm sure. But I haven't said a damn thing about LeBron. All I said is some of you LeBron fans are cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. And if you get offended because of that, then you're soft. That's all I'm saying. Not all of them. Some are cool. Some are dope. But, I mean, if you come out here acting like a bodyguard, yo, chill with what you say about LeBron, then, yeah, you're one of them for sure. I know this because you guys have been in my DMs and sending crazy messages. I'm just like, oh, my goodness. I didn't even say nothing about LeBron. All I said is it was some fans. I didn't even mention any names. You know what I'm saying? I thought it was some fans. But if the shoe fits, then I guess I was talking to you. My man said, how many roster spots do we have? We have 2 roster spots, bro. Thanks for the donation. Yeah, we have 2 roster spots available. He said, hey, Dan, it would be nice if we could get Drummond and Aldridge. I really doubt that, guys. I really, really, really doubt that. We'd be lucky to get one of them. You know what I'm saying? At this point, to be honest with you, we'd be very lucky to get one. And I'm looking forward to it. I really am. He said, who's starting 5 when Drummond comes? Starting 5 when Drummond comes, assuming we're all healthy, is very simple. All right, it's Andre Drummond, right? It's Anthony Davis at the power forward, LeBron at the small forward, shooting guard. Remember, he has a lifetime membership, so it's going to be KCP, and then it's Dennis Schroeder, right? Marcus Gasol heads to the bench, where I think he'll be better off the bench in spotty minutes. He really would. He said, everyone like up the stream right now. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you vouching for me. That's what's up. Oh, he's talking about the Ollie guy? My bad. I'm just traumatized, man. All these DMs, they were coming after me just because I was upset yesterday. But they know damn right why I was upset yesterday. And I was warranted in my anger. But usually, nothing really gets me that heated, to be honest with you. I have thick skin. It's just, man, the loss combined with a lot of really, really idiotic troll tweets out there, man, was really getting me hot. So he said a lifetime membership. He does. KCP has a lifetime membership. He can give you a bagel and coach won't even consider benching him. I don't know why. He loves KCP. But if KCP can step up, I'm okay with that. Right? Like, if KCP steps up, I have no problem with it. You know me. I'm team first. But if he continues to be garbage, I'd rather start THT. At least he can go out and get his own shot. But real talk, man, I'm going to say this. The Lakers, they showed up tonight. And if they could continue to play with this effort and just play smart basketball, play intelligent basketball, We're gonna be good, man. Who's the troll? Point him out, guys. I don't read a lot of these comments. Like, I'm not an octopus. I don't have 8 eyes and stuff. Oh, the one with the woes tweet? Oh, I got you. I'm telling you, some people love attention. I don't believe anything these people say. He said, Dan, we should bring back Lonzo in the summer. I think Lonzo's gonna be a restricted free agent. Is LeBron returning next season or is he leaving? Oh, we have him locked up for the next 2 seasons. Well, besides this one. So in total 3. In total three seasons. He's locked up for 3 seasons. So we good. Don't even worry about LeBron. He's here. He's here to stay. For sure, he's here to stay. Well, is that social guy, right? I just blocked him. We just try not to pay attention to these guys, man. I really want to read relevant people's comments only. Trevor Lane said that Andre Drummond reportedly doesn't care about winning just yet. He says he wants more money before chasing a ring. Trevor Lane, look, he's a great source. I'm not going to talk smack about him. But again, we can't. Trevor Lane probably heard this somewhere. We can't believe everything we hear. We'll wait. Let's just wait and see. There's probably about 12 hours before he makes his decision. They said in the next 24 hours, but come on. Probably I expect to wake up to potentially a decision or by noon to have it. I don't think this is going to drag out. I think, come on, man. He had all this time off. You mean to tell me that he didn't really decide in all this time? What I think is one of the homegirls said it on Twitter. Basketball players and athletes in general love to have their egos stroked. This is probably all just, he already knew he's going to be a Laker or whatever he wants to be. He just probably likes to feel courted, I agree with that take. He said, if it's not Woj or Shams, I don't take it serious. I agree with that take. And I respect everybody else's basketball opinion. This is not a diss on nobody's basketball opinion, but if I want news, I'm going to Woj and Shams for news. You guys know I don't report it unless it's by them too, or a reliable source. Happy for the win. Big up. Hope we stay in the 4th in the standings. Oh yeah. Appreciate you, bro, for the donation, and very happy. Any win feels good, but we're not satisfied. We need to see this effort consistently. It would suck if we turn around and lose to the Magic. Then I'd be really hot. But a win is a win, and the Lakers showed up tonight, and it's a beautiful thing, man. It's a beautiful thing. Anytime we win, I'm in such a better mood. It's crazy. It's crazy how when you're a diehard fan, your emotions a lot of the times are tied to the games, right? Like, we're blessed to have family members and loved ones, because if not, we'd be miserable all day. But, family members and loved ones always change your mind and they cheer you up because they love you regardless, right? At the end of the day. But, yes, my emotions very much tied to the Lakers, man. I don't know. Am I the only fan that's this emotional? Like, I get disappointed when we lose. Sure, I'm not a fair weather fan. I still believe in my team, and I'm excited for the future. But I do get disappointed when winnable games, there's no effort or whatever. It truly impacts it. Lake Show, my guy said, Dan, how have you felt overall about Coach Vogel? Offensively, I'm disappointed in him because I see that a lot of the flaws that LeBron would cover up and Anthony Davis when they're out on the court is like they're offensive scheming by themselves, because I don't see us getting into half court sets or nothing, man. I don't see us, without LeBron, I don't see us pretty much running a lot of anything. We look like a JV team sometimes. The homegirl said that too. So, I don't see too much of creativity out there. Even the Cavs were setting double screens, backdoor. Okay, they were running all kinds of plays, guys. And the Lakers were not. We come out here and sometimes we let the shot clock wind all the way down. We end up taking an ill-advised shot. So it's a great question, brother. I think Vogel is, I always said it, he's a good coach. He's not a great coach. Great coaches adapt to what they have on the lineup and they make the adjustments. I absolutely hate Doc Rivers, and I think he's overrated, but he's a better coach than Frank Vogel. And it showed when they got Dwight Howard ejected and he made the proper adjustments to get the win. They turned up defensively all the way, and offensively they were running stuff. So again, I like Frank Vogel. He's a good coach, but he's not a great coach. He's never been that. He just has great players. He's blessed, Dan, what chance do you give Drummond? signing with the Lakers from a scale of 1 to 10. I give it a 7.5, man. 7.5 because I would say a 10, but you just never know. It's never official till it's official. And I never like to promise you guys anything. I don't want to get your hopes way up, but I do believe that he will sign with the Lakers. And I put it at a 7.5. I really do. He said, I think Doc is overrated. Yeah, Doc is overrated. However, every time we faced him, he's out-coached Frank Vogel, even when he was a Clipper coach. Remember that? Doc always makes the proper adjustments. I do think he's overrated, and I think he loves coaching dirty players because he, I don't know, he stems from that San Antonio Spurs / Boston Celtic roots / Clipper roots. So he's kind of a dirty coach. I notice his players always taunting players and trying to get in our head. That's why Dwight was doing what he's doing. And then coach just washed his hands by saying they're both clowns. But let's be real, man. He is overrated. He's never really earned a championship. He got one with that super duper team and the help of the officials that year, but he's never really earned a title, right? Jeremy Slades, appreciate you, bro. He said Matthews needs to play exactly how he did today. Doesn't need to put up 8 threes a game. Glad we got the W. Harold's a beast. Love your passion, bro. Appreciate you, man. Thank you, guys. I love y'all passion too. Y'all wouldn't be here if you weren't passionate fans. You know what I'm saying? Like we wouldn't be here talking Lakers an hour after the game or whatever. That's all passion right there. But that's what the channel's for, man. So I thank y'all. It's a good show, brother. Facts. THT still a pup. He said Drummond on the way. Patience, Laker fans. I hate it too when they lose. True fans understand. You good, brother. Appreciate you, man. Thank you so much. But even see if you guys have been here with me for the years, I've always tried to be level-headed. Whether we win or lose, I never hit the panic button. Just one game at a time. We got to take the positive things. Matter of fact, when I first started this channel, we weren't winning. We were in rebuilding years, and we would always take the positives from the young core getting better to Kobe Bryant's farewell tour to whatever it was. We were here through it, man, and it was a beautiful thing. So even though it's adversity now, the real reason I was disappointed yesterday was because of how some of those so-called Laker fans were just disrespecting players like THT, KCP, Wesley Matthews, and of course, who can forget Danny Green, right? And Kuzma, who I've been defending his whole career. But yeah, so that's what I'm here for, man. I gotta have thicker skin. That was on me yesterday, but I do appreciate you guys appreciating the passion because I know we share that. Martin says, role players look like they finally shook off the fog. He said, and rust in the third quarter. Gonna be a better team when everyone is in the lineup. Absolutely, bro. Matter of fact, Martin, thank you so much. When everyone is in the lineup, we're a championship team, right? When LeBron James and Anthony Davis are out of the lineup, we're not a championship team, right? Which is what Kendrick Perkins said, which is common sense. Duh, you lose 2 of the top 5 players in the league. Of course, you're not a championship team. But what we are, though, we're still a playoff team, even without those guys in the lineup, because they put us in a good position. We shouldn't drop that far off. If we didn't have those guys all year, then we probably wouldn't a playoff team as the roster is constructed, because as much as I love these guys, we don't have too many guys who can go out and get their own buckets. Dennis is one, Kuz is another, Trez is another, and THT is another. Those are the only ones that I think can actually be aggressive and go out and get buckets from time to time. But outside of that, everybody else needs to be set up. Markieff Morris, he's been shooting better, but he's a spot-up shooter. He's not somebody who could put the ball on the floor and do damage. In the paint, he's a little bit better. So shout out to that. Emmanuel, appreciate you, man. Thank you so much for the super sticker. That's what's up. Much love, brother. He said, LeBron and AD come back. He said, we'll be back to winning. Absolutely, man. Hey, bro, if LeBron and Anthony Davis come back, we're definitely back to winning. And we're definitely on our way to championship contention. Those guys are key, brother. Those guys are key. So thank you, LBJ23. Appreciate that. He said, DTLF, you saw Drummond looking at Lakers Instagram stories that tags him, Laker fans recruiting. Hopefully we get him tomorrow or Sunday. I hope Andre Drummond is watching this video right now, because, bro, my pitch to Andre Drummond is simple. If you want your basketball career to matter, your basketball career hasn't mattered up to now, right? You play for Detroit, a.k.a. Basketball Siberia. You play for the Cleveland Cavaliers, right? They haven't mattered since LeBron left. You want your career to matter, come to the Lakers. LeBron James is a career maker. Look how much money he got guys like Tristan Thompson, right? He'll make him look like the beast that he is. Except, there's no other player out there in the market that can make you that good. He'll elevate your status. Defensively, you'll look solid. The Lakers, the best platform, best fans in the world, best front office, 17 titles. Help us make history, Andre Drummond. Help us get to 18. We'd be the first team in history to get to 18, the winningest franchise of all time. You come to the Lakers, guaranteed you're going to feel the love, at least from the real fans. You'll feel the love, man. And I got to tell you, like I said, your basketball career hasn't mattered, but it will if you join the Lake Show. Straight up. That's all I got to say. That's my pitch right there. If he ever watches this, somebody tag him. You watch this, man, Drummond. There's nowhere else you can go with this type of weather, palm trees, everything you want, man. Everything you want is here. You know what I'm saying? Everything you want is here. You want winning? We got that. You want money? We got that. Endorsements? Check. Women? Check. What do you want? What do you want, Andre? You know what I'm saying? You want your own slogan? You got it, bro. But I will say this. Anywhere else he goes, he won't make the basketball impact he will make alongside LeBron and Anthony Davis. Not to mention AD, LeBron, great dudes. Everybody's loved them as teammates. Nobody's ever complained. Come on, man. Come on. Join the purple and gold, man. We bleed it out here. We bleed it. If you cut my veins right now, it's purple coming out. Guaranteed. Guaranteed. Ask my doctor. He said, love seeing Quinn Cook hold the ball at the end. He said, I miss that guy. Alex Caruso, still a baby goat. AC, man, he was doing it, bro. Alex Caruso tonight showed up, and I'm glad because he had like 2 or 3 bad games after his concussion. So I'm glad to see him back into form, man. He was actually starting to get some hate from people. I was like, oh, dang. People switching up on him real quick, huh? He said, we are going to upset the Flippers again. My Nuggets got better. And I'm rooting for you, bro. I'm rooting for you guys to upset those Clippers because let me tell you something, man. They are the most annoying fan base, franchise / everything. Oof. But I think you guys heard my take on that. I don't really want to waste time on Clipper stuff. But yeah, Denver Nuggets, baby, I'll be rooting for you. And I know that Clipper fans are scared because Marcellus was over here saying that the Clippers are that the Nuggets don't scare nobody. Like that's how you know they're scared when they start talking smack. So my man said DTLF, if the Clippers lose Kawhi and PG-13, they will lose more than the Lakers. Oh, that's a guarantee. Matter of fact, if they lose Kawhi, I have no faith in Paul George to put the team on his back consistently. He might get lucky with 1 or 2 wins. But I'm telling you right now, you want to talk about the Clippers being in trouble? If the Clippers don't get out of the second round this year, all the pressure is on them. That front office is gonna lose Kawhi Leonard for nothing. He's gonna walk. I don't know where, but he's gonna walk. And they're gonna be locked up with Paul George with a max deal. He's not worth that. No draft picks because they traded so many for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, and basically nothing to show for it. No championships, nothing, which is exactly where they belong, in the bottom, all the way in the bottom. My man said, I love how THT slows down around the rim. He's crafty. Yeah, some people don't see stuff like that. Taylor Horton-Tucker's advanced beyond his years. The way he changes pace, he attacks the rim, then he slows down just to finish and lay it up, man. He rarely blows layups unless they're like heavily contested or he got fouled, and he doesn't get a lot of the fouls because he's young. But he's very crafty. He's very skilled. His handles are nice. He's just a 3-point shot away, or even a consistent face-up shot away from being really, really good. I don't know how good, but really good. Like the sky's the limit for him. And he's a late second-round pick. Think about that. Lake Show, my guy said, Dan, since you're a Rams fan and thankfully you hate the Cowboys and Chargers, do you hate my Raiders? Oh, man, I really don't. I don't hate the Raiders, man, but not for the reasons you think, right? Because I've heard some of the fan base can be toxic. Like I heard stories where people used to go over there to Oakland back in the day and they would get beat up and stuff. So, but I understand whatever, passionate bullies. Look, I don't hate the Raiders because they've never done anything to be honest with you, but I am mesmerized and I am shocked how you Raider fans have stayed loyal all these years, man. And anytime you ask them when was the last time they were good, they always bring up Gannon and Rice. It's like most of those Raider fans weren't even born for the Raider days. But respect, man. I definitely like loyal fans and I respect Raider fans because very similar to Knicks fans, They've sucked for years, and they've made mistake after mistake. Jamarcus Russell, and they continue to cheer them on. So I got a number of respect for that. He said, Chargers gonna hammer the Faders this year, Dan. Oh man, we got a Charger fan in the house. I'm not a fan of the Chargers, man. I really not. I feel like they're the Clippers of LA. But if you're a San Diego Chargers fan, then I respect it. You come in with your team. But if you just join when they join LA, I don't know what to tell you, man. There's only room for one LA team here, and that's the Rams, baby. Horns up. He said, Jordan Smith facts. He said, Raiders got a badass stadium. The Las Vegas Raiders. That just sounds weird, but I mean, it's pretty cool that Las Vegas got a team, though. That's pretty dope. I always felt like they should send the Clippers to Las Vegas. Doesn't that have a ring to it? The Las Vegas Clippers? Maybe they should change that name too, because that Clipper name is horrible, man. They should change everything. Start from scratch. Padres fans are like Clipper fans. He said, Kawhi coming to the Lakers. Watch it happen. Book it. I'll be honest with you, man. Kawhi just doesn't seem like Laker material. The guy doesn't have any personality, man. It's like we acquired a robot. You know what I'm saying? A really good robot, but it would be like acquiring a personality-less robot. And I'm just not sure I want to see a robot in a Lakers uniform. He's more like a Spur, right? Which is where he started. No personality, very quiet, humble. I give him that. At least before he got to LA, he was humble. That's why I used to like him. But he don't got personality, man. I don't think he's Laker material. Lakers, they always have personality. Look at him. Go back into the history. The only player that didn't have much personality, but he was just amazing anyways as a human being, was Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. And he still had more of a personality than Kawhi. And he's just a humble, nice man, So, yeah, I really can't see Kawhi as a Laker. Look, we had Kobe, Shaq, Magic, LeBron, Anthony Davis. All these cats have personality, man. All these cats. So I don't know. I'm just not sure he's a Laker, and that's probably why he didn't want to come here. He was too intimidated. Kawhi's like that little shy first grader in the first day of school that just sits in the corner by himself, just looking at everybody, and then he puts his head down on the desk. That's Kawhi Leonard, man. He makes you feel bad for him. Did you guys remember the GIF where somebody was doing the little horn symbol or the little bunny ears on his head, and he just looked sad. I was like, damn, I felt like giving him a hug. I was like, that's messed up. You know what I'm saying? So Kawhi's that kid, man, in elementary school, sitting in the corner of his desk. He just transferred. He always transfers. That's Kawhi, every day. Does he even talk? Has anybody ever heard him speak? You know what I'm saying? Like, imagine being a Clippers fan. Oof, you also got to be very bland. You know what I'm saying? Like, to be a Clippers fan, you got to like I imagine they like really boring foods, some really bland foods. They probably like eating at like Sundowners and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. Clipper fans are sus. He said, I feel bad for Kawhi. He makes everybody feel bad for him, but he's a champion and a multimillionaire. That's what I'm talking about. He just has that face like he's a victim. It's tough, man. I don't think we want any victims over here with the Lakers, man. You know what I'm saying? Jeremy Slade said, LeBron, AD, Howard, and Rondo, 4 Hall of Famers currently not in the Lakers lineup. We got to grind and show hard like we did today. Absolutely. Absolutely. He doesn't say more than 3 words. I know, right? Yeah, I don't know. He said, no, don't say that, Alex. That's messed up. My man said his wife beats him. Nah, that's not nothing to joke about. That actually happens, man, to people. So, yeah, let's not joke about that. No. He is a victim of the Clippers? For sure. Just so is Lou Williams. I mean, Lou Williams was so traumatized, he had to check in with a shrink. He almost damn near retired. And then once he arrived to Atlanta, he got to his favorite strip club, and everything was a wrap. He's like, his first statement was, I realized I still have a lot left in the tank. Right? That's what upon arriving in Atlanta, that was his first statement. That's how you know my man was at the strip club when he tweeted that stuff out, man. He's like, I still got a lot left in the tank. Jeez, just look around. My man was hungry, man. He's like, he got over there. He forgot he was 30-something, man. He said, Dan, if we don't get Drummond, is Hassan or Gorgie Dang a good replacement? Absolutely. We just need a big man that can continue to protect the paint and do the. And we need some size for real, for real. We need some size, big time. We lacking in that department. So that'll help us not get bullied in the paint every night. Every night, people are feasting in the paint, man. It's hard to watch. Like even during this game, there were some times when there's nothing there. Whiteside isn't getting bought out. I know, but my man asked the question, and I was just like, okay, well, if he's available, sure. There's options, guys. It's not going to be the end of the world if Drummond doesn't pick us. Will it be extremely disappointing? Absolutely, because you're left wondering what could have been. But just like when Kawhi passed up on us, we adjust, we adapt, and we prevail. So remember, it's really those players' losses. What did I tell you guys? A lot of people were concerned. Oh my goodness, the Clippers just got Kawhi and Paul George. Their defense is out of this world. Dan, we're in trouble. I was like, nah, he's gonna regret it. He's gonna regret it. Guarantee you, we get the first champ. We get the only championship in LA, the only championships, and this man will be out of there as soon as his first contract's up. I told you guys, and it looks like it. My predictions always come true because that's about to happen. He said Aldridge, Drummond, Jiang, Boogie, any of those guys. Well, let's reverse that order. Let's go Drummond first, Aldridge second, Jiang fourth, Boogie fifth option so far in the list. Maybe somebody else opens up. Dan, why don't you sign a contract with the Lakers on a 10-day contract? I'm out of shape, bro. Lakers don't want me. I'm out of shape right now. The Lakers do not want me. Trust me. I would probably cut myself from the team right now. That's how this has probably been. This COVID has done me so dirty, man. It's probably been the worst shape I've been in my life. And that's real talk. But, I do have a treadmill. I did recently cop a treadmill, and I've been running on that thing every day. So we working. So, yeah. He said Drummond is just teasing us at this point. I don't know, man. Like I said, and a lot of people have said it, these athletes love the attention right now. Why do you think they keep going on Laker fan pages? You don't think they enjoy this recruitment? They enjoy it. That's why I said if he's watching this, I already threw out my pitch, man. Space Jams 3, guaranteed. You know what I'm saying? He could be one of the Monstars. It'll be dope. He said, thoughts on playoff Rondo going to the Clippers? It is a good acquisition for the Clippers. I'm not going to sit here and lie to you guys just because I hate the team. It's a good, it's playoff Rondo, man. If he turns up again, he's going to do some damage. But the reason I'm really not that scared is because on the Lakers, Rondo actually bought in. And see, Rondo has shown that if there's nobody respectable on the roster, he's not going to buy in. You know what I'm saying? Like Rondo's not going to buy in if there's nobody that he doesn't respect. He respected the heck out of the front office, which shocked me that he didn't want to resign. He respected LeBron James and Anthony Davis. They were good friends. So he bought in. Remember, before that, he hadn't bought in. This was kind of like a reestablishment of his career. Before that, he went to Dallas, and then I forgot who else he went to. He hadn't bought in. The last time he was good was with the Chicago Bulls, and even they had a falling out. But, he really hadn't bought in there either, even though he was putting up good numbers. So I feel like there's going to be some, just like Trez had a falling out with the Clippers. We haven't heard any problems in this locker room, right? But last season, it was steamy over there, right? There was a lot of problems. Well, Rondo's even more of a hothead. If you guys think Trez was a problem over there, Rondo's not going to like it. If Kawhi's getting star treatment, they're not showing up to practice, and Paul George has been a complete idiot like per usual, Rondo's going to have to throw himself a fit. They might have to cut him. I'm just saying. So that's the reason I really don't fear the acquisition. And to be honest with you, I'm not rooting for that acquisition because as much as I love Rondo as a Laker, I'm going to hate him as a Clipper, especially when we face him. We face him in a couple weeks, and I'm going to be so annoyed when I see this guy over here, putting the ball in Dennis Schroeder's face. Like, I'm going to be pissed off if he's doing that as a Clipper. It didn't bother me as a Hawk. But, man, like, it's going to bother me as a Clipper. I'm going to be annoyed. I think I'm going to start hating on Rondo. And I'm just being real with you, You're my favorite when you're a Laker. I don't mind you when you're a Hawk or any other team that's not Celtics or Clippers. But once you join the Clippers, man, you're on my shit list. He said, you spot on with that, Dan. Appreciate you, bro. He said, Rondo didn't even want to go to the Clippers. he would have went to the Clippers in the offseason. I don't know if he wanted to go to the Clippers or not, but again, like I said, he it's going to be up to him to buy in. If he buys in, they're still not a championship favorite. Skip Bayless tripping, man. If he thinks Rondo's the difference there, now if they get Drummond, okay, we can say they're going to compete. They may actually make it out of the second round with Drummond and Rondo, because that's two good acquisitions. And now they plugged in all the holes, at least for their starting lineup. They're still lacking depth in the bench. I mean, am I really supposed to be afraid of what's his name? Luke Kennard? Like, he's a good shooter. One game out of every 7, but he doesn't scare anybody. You know what I mean? Like, who's their best bench player? They lost Lou Williams now, right? Not that he was any good in the playoffs. Like, I can't really think of their depth. Like, we got the best Morris brother. They got the expensive one. So my man said, once you wear a Clipper uni, then you're the villain. Absolutely. Absolutely. It's not even, you're not the villain, because villains are cool. When you wear a Clipper uniform, you're a clown, bro. You just become irrelevant. Clippers are where careers go to die. Ask Baron Davis. Ask Chris Paul. He wasted his prime there. Ask Blake Griffin. Wasted his prime there. Like, the Clippers are where careers go to die. You get paid on the Clippers, right? But you get paid to be a clown. And it pays good. It pays handsomely. But, you know, I wouldn't like to be a clown, personally. Dan, do you think Drummond will get playoff minutes? If he comes to the Lakers, he's definitely going to get major minutes. We are lacking in that department. We are missing a legit starting center. So, yeah, he's going to get 30-plus for sure. As soon as he gets here, you don't even have to wait till the playoffs. We got you, Drummond. You want minutes? We got plenty of those, man. It's a minute buffet over here. You know what I mean? We got him. Doc and Rondo is scarier. They kind of had a falling out as well. So, you know, it's interesting that you say that, because, like I said, it takes a special type of leadership to lead a player like Rondo. He's very stubborn. He don't like to listen unless he really respects you. And on the team we had last year, he respected everybody, from the coaches, coaching staff, front office, to the players. It was basically a perfect marriage, which is why I was really shocked that we didn't re-sign him. But I guess money talks, right? They offered him 7.5. My man got the bag. I'm happy for that. But now he goes to the Clippers, and I'm not happy for that. Jeremy Slade said, Lakers need to win a championship now. He said, these last LeBron years as a Laker are a blessing that we need to relish. Of course, and we are relishing. I mean, didn't we make it painfully obvious that we relish it when we mortgaged our whole future with a young core, you know, for Anthony Davis? That's when we told LeBron, look, man, we're as serious about LeBron is as serious about LA. And we did. He got a championship. We're contending for another championship. And with this team, as long as we got this team and a healthy LeBron and AD, we'll be contending. That's why I don't get that sense of urgency. A lot of people are saying, we need. What do you think we're doing? We were number 1 in the West at one point, right? But all I'm saying is you're right, bro. And we are. You know, the Lakers have always been a winning franchise. Don't think just because we didn't get ripped off in the Kyle Lowry trade that we're not serious about championships. Trust me. It wasn't a wise decision. Like I said, I went out here to troll fans that were out here trolling me the other day, and I posted the stats. 39 points, 11 assists worth of stats tonight from those 3 players you wanted to include in that package. Maybe more. I lost count. Versus 11 points, you know, from Kyle Lowry tonight. So we're giving up way too much production for a 35-year-old who's going to want a crazy extension that has nothing to do with LeBron James. That was us being smart. And by the way, if you believe that LeBron James has no stake in these decisions, you're terribly mistaken. I promise you that LeBron James was on a 2-way conversation with Rob Pelinka as they're making these moves. LeBron James was probably on the other side of FaceTime just, you know, nodding his head yes or no. You know, LeBron, I'm telling you, LeBron is a beast, man. He's probably le GM, le GOAT, whatever you want to call him. You know, he's involved. That's why he came to the Lakers, because Dan Gilbert, he never got LeBron involved. He had too much pride. He had his sons involved in all this stuff. But the Lakers, they told LeBron, hey, man, you come here, you're going to be involved in every decision. You don't think that was a part of the pitch? Come on, man. We got this, man. Laker Nation is the best landing spot for superstars. The best. Can we sign both Aldridge and Drummond? I think we can, technically. I think we do have the cap space, but they have to take a prorated something. I don't know. I'm not a cap space pro. I'm just trying to do my best Kevin King impression, you know. But bottom line is, look, I think they do. I think they can. They might have to wait to sign one or something like that, but can they? Yes. Will they? Most likely not. The chances of that happening, like I said, both of those players want to be major pieces in the rotation, and we can't afford to do that. We're too deep. What was your reaction when LeBron signed with LA? I think you can go back in my channel and look at that video, man. And by the way, I predicted a lot of this stuff. When we got LeBron, I knew we were going to win a chip. That was my reaction. I was stoked. Everybody was out here saying that he was only here to make movies. I was like, nah, you don't come to the Lakers to make movies. You know what I mean? You don't do that. If you want to make commercials, then go to the Clippers. But if you want to make movies and win championships, then you come to the Lakers. This is a great confidence win, he said. Less threes, more paint penetration. Did nice on the glass. He said, Dan, can you call into Ticket TV and shut his channel down? Nah, man, I'm not going to hate on nobody. Even if they have a different opinion than me, is their opinion, bro. You know what I mean? Like, everybody is entitled to their own opinion. As outlandish as an opinion sounds, that's the beauty of sports, right? Think about it. Like, if we didn't have debates, we wouldn't have shows like, First Take and the other Fox one that I forgot with the Skip, or my channel at all. Like, everybody would just believe one thing. So it's all right. Let him, if he's saying ignorant things and, that's his opinion, it's all good. He said, let's start a campaign to recruit Dame next year. Dame Dollar would be dope on the Lakers. Damian Lillard, man. I think I'd lose it, man. I think I'd lose it. Lewis, he said, how do you think this team shapes up next year, Dan? Well, that's a great question, to be honest with you, because I'm gonna say this, man. You just never know with this Laker team. All right, we back healthy. We win a championship. Who knows if we can even re-sign Trez or Dennis? And if we clear that cap space, let's say both of those guys want more money, we might have damn near close enough for another max contract. I don't know I don't know how the cap works, but I'm predicting that if those guys don't sign, both of those guys, then we might have another more cap space for a max free agent. I don't know who's available. I haven't looked at the free agent list. I take it 1 year at a time. But, man, if the Lakers could get another max free agent, that would be nuts. So, again, it could be that, or we could just re-sign our players and just strengthen our roster from within. Maybe THC takes another leap next year. You just never know, man. Every year is very unpredictable. That's why you have to try to win now every single year. Like my man said who donated earlier. Every year we got to try to win. See, a lot of people that came to this team recently, I got to mention any names, don't want to offend nobody, but they think that we don't have a sense of urgency. But the truth is that the Lakers and our fan base has always had that sense of urgency. We have always wanted the best of the best, and we always win championships. We don't get to the playoffs to exit in the second round. You know damn right who I'm taking a shot at. We don't do that. We get to the playoffs, we go all the way. Just look at our track record, man. Most of the time when we're in the playoffs, we go all the way. And that's the way it's always going to be, man. It was like that before LeBron. It'll be like that after LeBron. And it's definitely going to be like that during LeBron. So shout out Laker Nation, man. Got to stay patient, guys. Much love to you guys. Thank you guys so much for tuning in today. Make sure you guys smash the like button, subscribe. All things Lakers, I got you guys covered. And we got a game coming up on Sunday, so stay tuned for that pregame. If anything breaks tomorrow on Andre Drummond, whether he joins or not, I'm probably going to do a video. So stay tuned, man. Make sure you guys turn on your post notification bells, and I'll see you guys right here most likely tomorrow. So have a great night, guys. Enjoy the dub.